Hi. For the first set of critiques, I'm going to talk about April's Toblerone display, um, April's Jello display, and Sam's Zippo display. Hi, April. I think you've done a fantastic job on your display. Let me bring it up here. The, uh, as I've said before, the form of it is really appropriate. One of the things that happens quite often with point of purchase displays is the display itself is made to look like what you're actually purchasing, and you've done that here, and you've done it fantastically well. What makes yours a particularly strong solution is that it is the form isn't exactly the same. It's adapted to work better as a POP, and to do that, you've changed one side to open outs, and importantly, you've also changed the graphics to compensate for that physical change. The one place that you identified that I agree with you that could be improved is the attention to the interior, which seems a little stark, being that white color and the mustard color or the red color from the graphics would have been a fairly easy solution for the interior. But beyond that, I think that you've done a really fine job here, and for me at least, the standout is how you handled the graphics, particularly on the front, to work with the opening. So, good work. Hi, April. I am glad that you were able to produce a solution for this class. I know that you struggled with it and with some other issues, and I'm happy that you did follow the class all the way through. What you ended up with was not as successful as you hoped or as I hoped, but what you did do was go through the process, and I think that that's a very important aspect of this class and this project, is to literally do it from beginning to end, from the initial brainstorming all the way through to producing a model of it. And I think a good lesson, maybe a hard one, of what happened is that once you start the process in motion, it's better to refine ideas than to change direction halfway through. And I think that your display reflects that change, that it doesn't look conceptually as strong as your previous idea was, or as this could have been if it was started and finished as part of the concept development process. So I think that there's very important lessons to be learned here. Again, I'm really happy that you did manage to stick it through and produce a display. And the problems with it are ones that you've identified and are fairly self-evident. But again, I think the just going through the process from beginning to end is the important thing. So, good work. Sam, I think you have really strong parts to this display. The color scheme, I think, is very appropriate to your product. It looks like fire. It's somewhat foreboding. Not that Zippos are, but there is, among some of their other associations, kind of Harley Davidson kind of motorcycle riding look to it, and black with flames certainly fits into that whole idea, or the kind of 1950s greaser approach, I think works well. I like that the interior exterior of the display is a solid color. There's no distracting contrasting colors or white areas or those kinds of things that would need to be taken care of. The areas that I do think that it could be improved, I think the backboard could have a more interesting shape than a rectangle. I think the flame graphics could be more cohesive. So there's a difference in visual approach between the flame of the eye in Zippo, the flame on the sides of your display, and the flames on the front of the display. And I think some cohesiveness in approach would help there. And finally, I think that the interior of your display needs to be addressed. Right now it's an empty tray, and if it was filled with product, if one or two or three of them were taken out, others may fall over. It would be something that would get quite messy very quickly. So I think that aspect of it would definitely need to be approached if it was to progress any further. So you have some successes, you have some shortcomings, just like most everybody else. So I'm glad that you made it through this process and this class. Good work. Zippo is R, but